knows this team as a consistent top 4 squad, now going up against the world champions. They will be flying, they'll be aggressive, and they'll be playing this game as fast as possible to catch a Saturday evening Optic Gaming off guard. Here we are into game number 1.
It's always good to have a bit of fun on a Saturday evening, and hopefully we can have that in this series. Live Trippy, big game Trippy. What a story that is in itself, right? I mean, a lot of the time we were saying Trippy was almost a victim of game 5s, where they were so close, but he was always on the losing side. Well, now he has missed a game 5, putting Optic in this position to even take on Native Red with that enormous performance in that final Slayer we just saw.
Truly, what a game. I think it was right around 21-9 were his final numbers or thereabouts to close that game out. And now looking similarly pretty good so far. However, 3 dead yet again for Optic Gaming. They have a heavy lead here, 42-9. However, game is far from over.
APG needs to keep his head on a swivel here. You can see the Optic a little bit trapped at pipes here. And a couple of good grenades that come in from Native Red really could create an opening. Manny and Bomex are going to combine. Formal now has to drop that oddball, as does the rest of Optic. He's going to go for this flank. Torlek is going to be here for the 1v1. Formal needs to win this one. He's going to pick up one. He doesn't quite get the second. Soul Snipe answers back. Optic, 3 dead, and the oddball in the hands of Native Red. They have the oddball, but they're trying to challenge on that C plat for the camo to make it as difficult as possible for Optic Gaming to get this break, to pick up this camo. However, Trippy has done it again, but Soul Snipe answers back with a shock. Lucid will trade out the kill. The oddball is left on its own. Lucid comes in, Optic get the break, and it's all down to Lucid.
Wow, what a series of events there. Lucid gets this. Lucid can get away as well. Somehow he gets the batteries, just doing absolute Lucid things. Finally is taken down here. 1 dead for each side.
Optic need to hold on to this ball, though. Tower, though, this is perfect for Native Red. It's a bottleneck that they can hold down. Trippy gets one, but he's the only one to pick up a kill, and with that, Native Red will win the first round here in map number 1.
With a lot of points on the board, however, they did not convert because Optic Gaming kept up the Pipe's pressure. They did very well to maintain the lead here.
Bomex taken down by Trippy as well, and he really is coming to life in this game now. 18 and 15. As the camo also comes up bottom middle. Now, control of this has predominantly been in the hands of Optic, but they weren't really able to make much use of it in that round number 1. For a teammate to come in and help, and from that play from Formal, you can see the idea. Wanting to force the ball off the map, but the 2 BRs of Native Red shut him down so quickly that they're now able to scrape up some extra seconds.
And guess what? When you all in, like you said, when you all in that play ball, you make sure you get no damage at all. He went 100%, all of his eggs in the play ball basket. Did not get it. Eventually the ball will be played voluntarily by Native Red. They thought, Tolik able to stay alive. Spider-Man hands coming in handy. Gonna try to maybe go for this melee as well. He will trade with Formal there. 1 dead aside. Native Red here leading 64-41 with 1:23 left in the game.
Attempted rotate here coming from Optic Gaming. Lucid cuts down Bohm. As just for a second there, you can see from his POV, he's like, I'm behind enemy lines here. I might be able to pick up a double kill and completely open the map up for my team. But instead, Lucid very aware of the situation. Great positioning from him, but Soul Snipe, he's got a shock, and he might be looking to take some souls himself.
Checking his corners 1 by 1, making sure nobody's behind him. Trippy gets tagged just a tiny bit here. APG playing the ramp, and here now comes the pressure through the repulse.
Well, the play ball might come in here. Decisions to make. There's 1 kill. Trippy gets taken down as well. Beautifully done by Soul Snipe, but the play ball does come in. In the meantime as well, a slender, small lead for Optic Gaming. Lucid last alive, but at least takes 1 to the grave.
Yes.
45 seconds. Native Red need to wait just a few moments to make sure every player is alive on the map before they make their decision on where they want to push. They maybe went a little bit early, and that just is meat and drink for Formal. He picks up 2. Native Red lose 3. Trippy with the odd ball in his hands. It's a 1v1 to win this round. It will be won by Trippy, and Optic Gaming will cross 100 points and tie up game number 1.
Yeah, they're going to be very happy with that performance. We will go to a 3rd sudden death round to determine the winner of game number 1. And you have to think, Optic's probably thinking this game should be over, right? That's how the first round should have ended. They let Native Red sneak away with that first round win, and as a result, we will now go to our 3rd and final round of Oddball.
One thing I wonder that might come in as a factor here is Trippy not only stops the camo being picked up by Manny, but somehow gets away with it as well. Is to go back to my point, the stamina. You know, Optic Gaming not used to playing this many games on a Saturday.
Right.
The longer that this goes, is tiredness going to start being a factor? Native Red used these elimination brackets runs. They're probably more practiced than anyone. We're here, and Tarlik's going to get all the information you could have wanted, but look at that sidekick again. The pistol just shredding away and turns the weapons over now into the hands of Optic and Formal, who's already been doing work without the shot. Now he's got that to play with as well, but it's out of ammo.
Yeah, momentary 3 dead is out of ammo. The good news for Native Red there is they won't have to deal with that for a little while. They'll have at least a momentary break, but guess what? Now Formal's got a commando. You might think that that's going to be just as deadly here, and he's going to be able to almost convert on the kill. However, he will fall, giving a minor advantage to the side of Native Red. Those kills will be traded out. Now camo in the hands of Trippy yet again.
Trippy adds another to his tally. Native Red starting to look a little bit ragged in this round. Optic is starting to take control. And when you do have that lead, you dictate the pace of the game.
I'll let Trippy get to the sneaky here, because here comes the pressure.
Maybe the reset's going to come in on that off ball as well. And Optic now find themselves trapped here at long haul. Bomex aggressively challenges, maybe ever so slightly too aggressive, which gives Optic the opening damage to get that pick. Optic was still down, still 3 points needed.
Optic obviously playing this slow. They don't even need to get to this ball necessarily, but Formal will go for the grab here.
He's going to grab it. Manny's going to have to challenge him. 99. No, it's still 99. 1 point to go as Trippy makes sure that things don't get too dicey.
They still have numbers here. Once again, they're going to take their time. That ball's going to sit right in front of the stairs, and they'll grab it likely in just a moment. Here goes Trippy.
Trippy says, try to win the game. No! Bomex cuts him down as well. I tell you what, we've seen some pretty crazy things in Halo Infinite, but surely Formal's going to put an end to this?
This would be one of the craziest. No grapples left. Tolic will eventually fall. Really, it should just be a matter of time, but Native Red hanging on for dear life.
And Optic Gaming are 2 dead, but Trippy finally ends the game, and it will be an Optic Gaming win in game number 1 of this series. There's so many things to try and control. It's so fascinating to see what teams prioritize what. It looks like Formal's job is to go for those rockets.
Yeah, right away, the first pick does come in as well, and no damage really taken. He's going to fly straight through.
Tolic's going to get the overshield, which means a little bit of an exchange of resources. But Formal's going to be sneaking around under the bridge. Picks up 1. Is he going to get 2? Yes, he is, as Manny falls. Tolic's going to be weak in the courtyard as well. Manages to just escape for a few seconds. And Formal just saw the trade and got the comms from Trippy that he traded with the Native Red sniper. So he's going to turn his attention towards that, switches the rockets out and says, you know what? You don't get to play with this.
That's right. Already played right away, without a doubt. Even if he wins this battle, he'll be very happy that that Cypher's off the map and will not be a factor. 2-kill game. Let's get to a listen in now with Optic Gaming.
See that. Our long still, guys. Our long. One shot that long. Nice shot. One shot.
Two dead. Nice shit.
I'm leaving you, Brad. I'm go yellow. I go top yellow.
They're courtyard spawn, absolute, free kill, absolute for 800 bridge on me.
Add it here in a second. They're trading as well.
200 bridge, guys.
They're gonna play for bad, maybe.
200 bridge.
One shot that bridge. I got one. All of it. One shot. One custom.
Nice shit, Tommy. They're top turret somewhere.
I'm out of snipe, guys. I'm trying to look at you, man.
Nice, man. 3 dead. That was 3.
I'm gonna go over me, okay?
Yeah, I'm going there. They're training ramp. One shot. They're training ramp. One shot.
They're green, weak, Manny.
Nice, shoot that,
Look
guys.
at Joey. Yeah, top tower.
We have help. 3, last guy.
First, let's go,
Stay alive here, guys. Stay alive.
Long, guys.
Fuck these guys up. One shot first. Yo,
I'm gonna go long.
As we jump out of the comms, it's very interesting to kind of note what's going on in the Optic headsets, right? We've had the opportunity to listen to some of the comms from both the teams in the green room backstage, and it's been fascinating to see what an influence Lunchbox is, Andy.
Yeah, it really has been amazing. We got to watch that entire last series that Optic played from backstage, but then exclusively listening to Optic comms. And one thing that you'll hear during those listens is the way that Lunchbox tracks the players that they're actively aware of on the map, and amazing things, especially in a map like Imperial Slayer, as we have a little bit of deja vu. Formal does it again to pick up another double kill with the Rockets as they hit 27-11, by the way, an absolute blowout so far. This one is a bit different here. Double the score of their opponent and counting.
Lucid's 10-1. Probably a little bit frustrated there's a 1 next to that because we know how he is. He wants to be perfect. He wants to play perfect Halo, and that means 0 deaths for him across a Slayer. But 10-1, you'll take that every single day of the week. Formal also having a fantastic game. He's 11-3 at the moment. And Native Red, they had 1 sniper. Well, now they've got none.
Oh, jeez.
I tell you what, Formal and Lucid ain't missing.
My goodness, now Lucid on 10-1 still. Formal will go 13-3 off of that spree. And how about Lucid just jumping out towards the green, hits the body shot because Formal's pre-nading. As you said, incredible teamwork from them. Formal's not going to lose that one from the pit either. And now this scoreline, if we're completely honest, has gotten out of hand.
Yes, time to start thinking about the next game because Formal is taking Optic there with a 2-0 lead. It's 40-16. And this is what can happen on Empyrean, and Formol is probably thinking this is a good opportunity to pad the tournament KD.
It's a scoreline you almost hesitate when you say it because you wonder, could it actually be 43-17? Do not adjust your television sets. That is the score on your screen here. 5 kills to go for Optic Gaming, and this is a very, very quick one.
Yeah, shout out to everybody watching the Halo Championship Series on the television, by the way. Very, very 1990s of you, but Trippy looking to close this game out. A couple of players in front of him. Good damage with this overshield. Should be one comfortable for him. Lucid picks up another. It's 1 to go here for Optic. And I tell you what, heat up the grill, everybody. It's time for some steak.
Oh my goodness here. And the crowd in Dallas likes what they see, but to be honest, it wasn't that long of a main course in the terms of the total game time that we just saw. 50-18 is your final score in that game. Your power weapon kill difference, unsurprisingly, 7-1.
For Optic Gaming, though, it's a chance to step back onto the stage on a championship Sunday with a 3-0 win to close out this Saturday. Lucid going to be the POV we're watching, and it's going to be a little bit of strongholds here on Streets to close it out.
And Optic Gaming has looked back on form since we saw them fall to Quadrant. A surprise result, to say the very least. I think it surprised us here as competitive Halo fans, and it certainly surprised the Optic Gaming players themselves. However, they did the work, they've bounced back, and they have found their form yet again.
They certainly have, and Trippy's going to find rockets to play with, and if it's not a camouflage, it seems to be some sort of power weapon that Joey's finding in and around the map every single time that he's got his eyes on the prize. And for now, he's picked up 1 kill. You can see the early control and scoring is going to go to Optic. The second one doesn't connect, but what it does do is give information, forces players back here from Native Red, and allows a rotate towards C here for Optic.
Very nice rotate. Look at this. Trippy's going to do this with minimal damage once again. He's actually going to fly out here as him and Formal make the perfect push over to C.
Yeah, really, really smart prioritization there from Optic, knowing that they picked up a couple of kills, right? They saw Tolik and knew that respawns are going to be coming in, so why try and fight that? Back up, control B, which you've already managed to get in your hands, then work on C and fight back towards B with weapons and positioning on your side. And that's exactly what Trippy's doing right now. He's going to have a lot of Native Red players to deal with, but the help and the support is here from his teammates.
Man, one thing I love about Trippy's POV, whether it's the Rockets or the Bulldog or the C push, he's been screen watching the entire time. He's knowing exactly where he needs to go. He's getting every angle that he needs to, and he's pumping and dumping with the Bulldog as well. They now lead 33-5.
Unfortunately for him, his teammates who were trying to support him, they kept him alive, but they died in the process. But they haven't dealt with Trippy yet! And you gotta take him down, because otherwise he's gonna hurt you.
Back in this, but just as quickly as we say that, Manny, it's your last player alive, and he's getting hounded by the Bulldog of Formal.
Formal picks up 1, should be able to pick up another as well. Torlek has no idea he's got that Bulldog in his hands, and it's looking like this could be a momentary triple cap going over to Optic Gaming. A spawns given away by Soul Snipe as well. The cafe is going to be busy with respawners, and now with Optic pushing, Formal's on the flank here, and he's got a lot of targets in front of him.
A lot of info,
There's
a lot of
one.
targets.
Almost gets 2 as well. Manny will be taken down, but it's Lucid who comes out with the spoils. 4 dead here for Native Red.
Yeah, Formal might not have been the one to get them all, but look at the timing, look at the push. Formal comes up, all the support in the world from Optic Gaming, and it leads to the perfect rocket grab. Pretty well to take down a full shielded APG because he got away from the splash damage of the rocket by dropping down off of the commando. So now 2 dead for Native Red. Trippy's your only player down on Optic Gaming. Lucid wins another one for a double kill here, and they will continue to flip A now here on the side of Native Red. B flips at the same time, however.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that Lucid is so good at, by the way, is just converting 1 kill extremely quickly and then turning it into a double kill, immediately swapping his attention away. And with that, you can see the double kill coming in from Formal doing his best Lucid impression. It's going to be Native Red who find themselves 3 dead again, and Trippy 16-8 in this game. The man is double positive again.
Trippy not worried about the drop skills. He said, you can drop the shield if you want. I'm going to shoot through it a little bit, and I'm going to kill you anyway. Takes down Soul Snipe, who was the last player alive. As you said, unbelievable numbers here from Trippy. 10 points to go for Optic Gaming.
Well, Optic Gaming have been questioned today. They've had pressure on their shoulders. And knowing what they had to do, beating Quadrant, getting a little bit of a revenge on them, well, they got that job done as well. 247. That's the score at the moment. They need 250 to close this one out, but Native Red, they're going to make them work for it.
They're going to make them work for it indeed. It's been a hell of a series. However, Optic Gaming now only 3 points away. Just like earlier games, they're going to take their time. They're going to get their picks. Already 2 dead, and they're going to look to secure the game here.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit messy. It's getting a little bit scrappy, and somehow as last player alive here, Lucid just goes, do you know what? There's 3 rockets. I'm going to go and pick these up. And with the rockets in his hands, might be able to change the numbers heavily in the favor of Optic Gaming. It is a triple cap here for Native Red. They are showing life, but there's no more mistakes to be made.
I don't know if Lucid knows that someone's in caution here. He hasn't pre-fired. He knows that someone's on plants, maybe right above him. And no, Soul Snipe maybe goes a bit early there in the end, so kills will be traded out. Here starts the A flip.
Torlik still alive inside of PD. He'll pick up a kill as well, but 2 players have fallen now from Native Red. This is the opportunity to step forward for Optic Gaming, to try and push on to B, to flip it back in their favor. And with Native Red finding themselves 3 dead, make it 4 dead. Surely at this point, Optic Gaming will be able to close this out.
Torlik gonna flip A as well, though, at the same exact time. He should finish that at the same time, so Native Red will now have the ends on A and C.
Yeah, you can see they're just flying down Pink Street as well, trying to meet Optic Gaming in and around C, but the Shroud Screen denies the line of sight for Native Red. They will have no chance of flying in with clean first shots onto Optic Gaming. Lucid's job here, play B, stall on B, let my teammates convert the stronghold they're fighting for, but look at the kill feed. Native Red somehow are doing this.
What's happened in the back of Tram? Soul Snipe gets across, even with the Shroud Screen. Somehow Soul Snipe and company, they get into the back of Tram and they stop, and somehow now they're within 50 points.
Finally, Soul Snipe gets taken down, and even though they're having to be made to work extremely hard for this, Optic Gaming get control of C. Bomek steps inside of B as well. 2:48 is the point. Trippy surely gets this kill, and Optic will finally end the series. Another question answered. Optic Gaming, as resilient as ever, will win the series here. We'll see them to defend their title, defend their throne on Championship Sunday.
And even